Please introduce yourself briefly.
Sure. My name is Kanisa Williams, also known as Darling Nisi, and I am here in Japan. I'm very excited. It's my second time, and I'm a huge Prince fan, of course, and I'm happy to be here.
After growing up watching anime, was there a specific moment when you arrived in Japan and thought, wow, this is exactly like the world I saw on screen?
Yeah, so one thing I noticed about anime is that the artists draw locations true to what they look like. So it was really cool to see like Tokyo Tower. I'm like, that's Tokyo Tower. That's where Magic Knight's Rayearth, they got taken to the other world or just different places like that where I recognized it directly from the anime location. So it seemed unreal.
This is your second time in Japan. Has your impression of the country changed at all between your first visit and this one?
Yeah, so the first time I was just so amazed by everything because I'd never been here before. And then I had a guide. So it was just like, how do we get around? And they taught me how to really do that. It's a company called Oh My Senpai. And she has her own separate anime kind of tourism thing. And so she showed us around, she showed us how to use the trains, and I was like, okay, I can do that by myself until I made the mistake of booking my hotel in Shinjuku. I'm like, it's fine. It was a big station and very confusing. So I think I underestimated how tough it was to get around. But the first couple of days, I learned the station pretty well to be able to navigate. And I think I'm more comfortable getting around now.
Is there a single song of Prince that either changed your life or truly resonates with you even today?
Yeah, I think my favorite song, of course, my favorite album is the One Night Alone Piano and Voice. And my favorite song is Have a Heart. And I really like that song just because you think about how you move through the world and you don't mean to hurt people's feelings, but sometimes you do, or you just have these thoughts that you just see other people as human. And so you make mistakes, it's okay to make the mistakes, don't judge people, and recognize that everyone has a way to just learn the world. So just respect that.
You are a famous influencer. As a world-renowned fan, what would you say is the biggest sacrifice, whether it's time, money, or pure emotion, you've ever made for your love of Prince?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think it's probably time and energy because like we're fans or fams and we have full-time jobs and we have a whole family. So I am less busy as Darling Nisi now because of the other responsibilities I have like my job got like promoted several times and I don't really have a lot of time. So I think it's the time, and then also people look up to you and you're just like, I'm just a person, I'm just a fan like everyone else. So just kind of holding expectations is hard sometimes too when you have a lot to, when you're talking to everybody around the world. So I think that's tough sometimes.
If you were appointed as the vault manager for just one day, which specific era's crate would you open first, and which song would you rescue for the world to hear?
I think around 94 to 96. There's a time that isn't really spoken about now, and right now in the music industry, people are talking about their rights and re-recording, and I think that story has been lost because you hear about Taylor Swift or like all these other people who are doing the same thing now, and Prince did it 30 years ago. So I think to build the story around that time, to talk about Prince, especially all he sacrificed during that time, all the turmoil he went through, how much it impacted him, that needs to be talked about more. And then also because of the sound, it was different. It was a lot of different sounds, like the Gold Experience and Chaos and Disorder and some of the rap stuff. It's like people haven't heard it because we haven't really gone there from a vault perspective. And I think it would be very timely to do it now with all the sounds that are in music in general, and also because of the message that went around with it of owning your masters, owning your music and things like that. And the visuals.
Oh yeah.
Like especially for younger people, that is it's a fad right now. Like just put him out there.
Having interacted with the global Purple Army, what do you think makes the Japanese fan base unique or special compared to the rest of the world?
Yeah, so I've listened to a lot of bootlegs from Japan that Prince did. And one thing that he always said is that the Japanese fans are very respectful. I remember like a One Night Alone sound check, he had tambourines and he was like, they left them in the seats, they didn't take them with them. And in America, we would just take them. So it's a very respectful, very gracious, very, it's a different kind of appreciation that's less entitled than I notice in other places.
For the younger generation just starting to dive into the Purple universe, what 3-step guide would you give them to truly appreciate his legacy?
Yeah, I think I would actually ask them to skip the 80s because that is what people always talk about. I think the first step is probably just listening to, let me think about this for a second. For the younger people, 3-step process. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Start from the very beginning. Listen to every album. It is a lot of music. But you don't want to listen to other people's opinions about what's good. You want to figure that out for yourself because everybody has their personal relationship to Prince. Everybody has their different eras, especially if you've never heard it before. Because a lot of people now, it's more nostalgia. It's like, I remember where I was when I heard this song, right? And that's how we get connected to it. So if you listen to all the songs, and then maybe you're having a moment when you hear a certain song and that's connected in your brain forever to Prince and to that moment. So I think listen to everything. And then don't go by your first impression because sometimes you need to hear it a few times before it sinks in. And then listen to live music if you can get to it. But it's important that you listen to the studio work first because when you listen to it live, it feels different. It feels more alive, and you feel like I listened to Prince concert bootlegs exclusively like for years after he passed, and I'm like, what do you mean he passed? I just listened to him the other day. So that keeps him alive for me. So again, first is listening to everything. Second is listen to the bootlegs. It starts in the music first, you have to have that appreciation, and then watch it because the visuals kind of, they don't confuse things, but you want to be grounded in the music first.
This is the last question. Many members of the Japanese Purple Army were looking forward to your visit. Would you mind sharing a few words for them?
Sure. I'm gonna get emotional a little bit. Okay, hold on. So Japan is, sorry, hold on one second. Japan has always meant a lot to me, like my whole life. Since I was like 9 or 10 years old, I've been a huge fan of like anime and manga. And when I heard about my essay being translated to Japan, like I literally burst into tears. Like it was a dream come true because it's been so important. Like your culture, your music, your art, your everything has meant so much to me my whole life. So to the fams here, it means a lot that, especially for those of you I got to meet, that I did get to meet you. It means a lot that everyone's so welcoming. It means a lot that you love Prince so much because he's very different. And of course, like as an African American, it's so cool to see like different types of people love an African American man. When their cultures are so different. So it really brings us together. Like the music is important. The music brought us together, and it doesn't matter what we look like or where we're from, and you love him all the same, and everybody's been welcoming to me too. So to the Prince fams here in Japan, thank you so much for loving him and appreciating the music in the way that you do and appreciating him in the way that you do, because it is very unique of how I've seen other people across the world appreciate him, and it's a different kind of graciousness that you have here. So thank you for that, and I hope the estate recognizes that there's a huge fandom here, and to bring more things here, whether it's exhibitions or merchandise. I know you have the music, but you need more merch so you don't have to pay so much for it. So yes, that's what I would say.
Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful stories with us today. I hope you enjoy your stay in Japan to the fullest.
Thank you.
Mura さんと